Upscale Love for You. This is your host, your favorite first cousin, Bobby G. And I'm coming back to you live again, once again from Jacksonville, Florida. And we just want to thank everyone for sending in text messages and phone calls and the emails and asking us questions about Upscale Love for You and what it's all about. Upscale Love for You is formatted to entertain, educate, self-facilitate, self-help, self-love, and everything you want to wish to know about love, relationships, dating, marriage, etc. Upscale Love for You often uncovers hot topics and sensitive issues from the tales of singledom to parenting struggles and everything in between. So whether you're actively seeking direction or looking for ways to pass the time or just simply looking for a good conversation, Upscale Love for You is here. And with that being said, I would like to introduce the people that has made this possible, that is keeping this going, our bloodline. First, I want to start with the founder and the creator, the one, the only, the soul. If I could sing, I'd try to do it like Luther Vandross and say, so amazing to be loved. The Dr. Fabulous. Come on and talk to us, Dr. Fabulous. How you doing?
Well, good evening, everyone. I thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Indeed, it is a pleasure that you're here and that you came back to see us one more time, because Upscale Love for You is on the way up. And by the way, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. Love you much. And back to my first cousin.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fabulous. And next, I'd like to introduce my brother from another mother with the voice like no other, Dr. Feelgood. Come on and talk to us.
Welcome, people. It's Dr. Feelgood. I'm not feeling too good, but I'm here. I'm the man with the sandpaper voice, not the lady's choice tonight, and I'm as smooth as a Toyota Corolla.
Oh, not the Toyota Corolla.
And I just want to thank everybody for coming. I know we all have a lot of busy things to do, and it's a Thursday night, but I'm glad that everybody can make it, could make it, and want to make it. And you are all welcome. You ain't a guest, you family. So take off your shoes, relax your feet, and party on down to the First Cuz beat. Back to you, First Cuz.
All right, Dr. Feelgood, thank you so much. And as far as that Corolla, ain't nothing wrong with a Corolla, man. That's good gas mileage. You can ride all day for $10, dog. Hey, gas prices now is $4 a gallon. So ain't nothing wrong with a Toyota Corolla. Nothing at all. Okay, a couple housekeeping notes we want to talk about. One, when the questions are posed tonight, we are asking that you go to your screen and raise your hand if you want to answer a question or make a comment or a statement on something that's being discussed. The second thing we want to talk about is we're trying to keep a family-friendly show. So the use of profanity, we all adults here, we just ask that we monitor the use of profanity. The next thing we want to talk about is check us out on YouTube. When you get the opportunity, go to YouTube. That's Upscale Love, the number 4, the letter U, and go into YouTube. That's all one word, Upscale Love for You on YouTube. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and then share that with a friend. Also, make sure you look at the chat box at the bottom. We will have the questions that are being posed. They will be down in the chat box. We'll also have contact information as well. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. We're talking about the topic of the day. What are your expectations from love? What are your expectations from love? What does love owe you? All right, the question of the day is, do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them? Do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them? Dr. Fabulous, come on and talk to me.
Well, of course, I'm going to say my partner is going to love me even more, because the thing that I always say, y'all know what, this is bad to say, but my grandmother used to tell me that. She said, girl, get you an ugly man and he'll love you for life. Let me stop. I'm just kidding, because my boo tanker is very handsome. Let me, baby, you know you're not ugly. But anyway, yes, I expect I expect him to love me even more. I give 100, he give 115.
Now, what about those times where we like to call those dog days when things are just not going as well as you would like for them to go, and you don't want to be bothered? What if he's feeling the same way? Dr. Fabulous?
Well, so far so good. We haven't had any of those days, and I can only go back on to my marriage. Now, my marriage was a serious thing. We were married for 24 years, And we had one fuss out of their whole 24 years and never went to bed mad. So I can't say anything because I haven't experienced that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give that
I
back
want to make sure I heard you correctly. Out of 24 years, you only had one argument?
One fuss. And you can ask my daughter, and it was because of me. He was supposed to drive his friend, his best friend, to his wedding. And he wanted to drive a Mercedes. And I was like, you will, because I didn't like his best friend. And I was like, no, you will not drive him in that car. And I went in the car, got the car, and went to the beauty salon to get a pedicure. And my daughter called me. She's like, Mom, Dad is out there washing his truck, and he is so mad. He's so hurt. I think I see tears in Dad's eyes. And I felt so guilty. I came back home. And I gave him the car to let him take his little friend, his best man, to the wedding. And I showed up at the wedding, and he was standing up there, and I smiled at him, and he smiled at me, and we was like, oh.
You know what?
And that's the way it was.
All of that because you wouldn't let him drive the car?
Yeah. But he ended up driving it. He ended up driving it because I brought it back home. I did.
Okay. All right. All right.
My daughter made me feel guilty.
Okay. Okay. I see DeAndre Mathis got his hand raised. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Okay. Come on, talk to me. What do you expect? Or do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
I'm going to say no, because you will never get you out of another person.
Oh, okay.
So you're just more, and also to add to that, I judge relationships and love off of when you go through things, how do you bounce back? How quick do you bounce back? You know what I'm saying? How do you bounce back? So I don't have much experience in dating and stuff like that. So that's just how I see it on the outside looking in. But you will never get you out of anybody else.
Okay. So when people say they met someone who is just like them, are they really being honest about that?
Their ways might be just like them, but you'll never know what a person is thinking. Their intentions is what matters, but you don't know their intentions. So you'll never know fully.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for that. Miss Millie, how you doing, darling?
Hi, I'm well.
Hey, it's so good seeing you. You doing all right today?
I'm well. How about you?
All right. Hey, I
Hello,
cannot
hello.
complain. I cannot complain a bit. Miss Millie, do you
Good.
expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
Well, through my past relationships and marriage, I expect the person to love me. Once I know he loved me as much as he loved himself, he loved me just like I'm him. Once he do that, I know he'll love me because I'm a natural lover. So
You're a natural
I
lover.
know I'm gonna, yeah, I know I'm gonna give it back wholeheartedly. So once I know he loved me just as much as he loved himself, then we can go some places.
Okay, but when will you know that? What signs? What are some of the things that he is doing to let you know how he's
Love
feeling?
is what it do. His actions will show it.
His
It's
actions
an action
will
word.
dictate that.
It would dictate it. If he's not showing me, you see the signs from the beginning. And once the signs are there, you need to pay attention.
Okay, all right. Miss Millie, you just educated me. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that answer. Let me hold it. Answer, come on and talk to me.
All right. So the question is, do I expect my lover to love me like I love them?
Do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
No.
Why?
Because exact is a very strong word. You know, I just expect for her to desire me just as much as I desire her.
Okay.
So love is based off of who loves you. You know, that person is going to give you their love. So I expect her love to reciprocate her desire for me. I don't want nobody who don't want me.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you correctly, if you're in a relationship with someone and you're doing things for her, say for instance, you're buying her flowers, or you may have some chocolate or something like that and surprise her when she get home. Are you expecting the same thing to happen to you just randomly out of the blue? Like she may not buy you flowers, but she say, okay, you know what? I got you a gift card to GameStop. I know you like to go to the movies, so I got you a gift card to AMC Theater. You can go ahead and catch you a matinee, and I'm holding everything else down. Do you expect that to happen?
I would definitely appreciate that, but expect is a strong. I wouldn't expect anything from her. I would expect her to show me that she want me. That's what
Okay.
I would expect.
Okay.
So whether it's the same type of gesture that I would do, it don't necessarily have to be.
Right.
As long as she wants me, and as long as I know that she wants me, it's
Mhm.
all good.
Okay. And I guess I can piggyback and assume that you're saying the same thing as Miss Millie was saying. It's all in their actions.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's two that's saying it's all in action. Malik.
Hey, brother.
Hey, come on, man. How you doing?
Doing good, fam.
All
Just
right.
hanging in there,
All right.
hanging in there.
All right.
Um,
You're a man of the world. So do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
well, I do. I kind of gotta go with answer tonight, man. Like you said, that word is kind of a real powerful word. I'm expecting things, but one thing I learned, first cuz, is we often love, but love don't love us back. So a lot of times we get into situations where the one who we adore are the ones who ignore us. So you're trying to get the chemistry, basically like what you said. That's what compatibility is. Remember that word. So when you're compatible, then things kind of taper and level off a little bit. But you're never gonna get. You always want that, and I'm looking at that word as a plural, meaning action speaks louder than words. So when you treat somebody the way you want to be treated, then you expect that back in return. And that's kind of what love is all about, like that to me.
Oh, okay. So, I'll make sure I'm understanding you correctly, Mr. Malik. You take a young lady out on a date on Thursday night or Friday night. Okay. You go ahead and you cover the tab.
Okay.
2 weeks later, y'all go out on a date again. She covers the tab. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because even swap ain't no swindle, Mr. Bob. I learned that years ago. And another thing I learned, Mr. Bob, I'm giving you a lot of little nuggets tonight. But the main thing is when you give power, you get it back in return. Remember that, Dr. Fabulous. When you give it, you get it back.
When you give power, you get it back in return.
Wait, I'll do a return call on that a little bit later, Mr. Malik, because you know what? Woo, thank you.
I'm just saying.
Dr. Fabulous, he did call you out.
No, I'm just saying, she's a powerful woman.
I am.
Well, let me clear myself first, cuz. Well, let me clear myself first, cuz. And okay, what I'm saying is this, first, cuz, when she's powerful, all I'm saying is when you give power, even though you're powerful, when you give it, you get it back in return. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me say this to you, Malik. I don't have to give my partner power because he has power. I'm going to always, I may be a strong alpha woman, but I'm going to always allow my partner to be the man that he is. Because I know it's not fair to say, women, but sometimes we have to pull back, reserve, let them think they're in control when we really know we're doing the driving. So that's all I got to say. All right, Miss Millie, give me some.
All that told you.
All right. Okay. I see Miss Marlena got a hand raised. Miss Marlena, how you doing tonight?
I am doing well. How are you guys?
All right. Everything is well. Come on and talk to us.
So I feel like expectation, we always want the person that don't want us. It's kind of like a love triangle. Kind of like what Mr. Malik just said. We always want the person that don't adore us.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Looking at movies and just being in relationships, I've just seen it. In friends, guys always want somebody that's not interested in them. They might be interested in friends, their cousins. It just seems that way.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for that input. Miss K, are you with us? Okay. Miss Nikki, are you with us?
I am. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How's everybody?
All right. All right. Do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
No, I don't expect them to love me the same way. I expect them to do better.
That's
love
right.
me more.
But how can you expect your partner to do better if you're going into a relationship with good intentions that you're going to love them with all your might to make sure that this relationship?
Oh, you get it back. I just told you that.
Well, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my brain is not working with me today. I'm just like Dr. Feelgood. I'm under the weather myself.
Okay.
So I have to get back with you on that one. I'm
All right.
sorry.
All right. Hey, it's no problem at all. I think sometimes coming into a relationship, whether it's new or you've been in a relationship for quite some time, you're human. You get into your same routine, and you may, okay, one week you buy flowers, the next week or next month you might buy something to do something special. But after a while, you get tired and you may forget about doing things. But the expectation is if you started out dating and you opened the door and you bought flowers and you showered and pampered your spouse or your partner with something, you got to continue doing that throughout the relationship. And then in turn, to know that you appreciate it, your partner should do some of those things, show those tokens of gratitude towards you as well. Ms. Miller, you got your hand raised again?
Yes, I just want to elaborate on that. Basically, whatever you do as a male or female to get a person or to get involved with the person, you got to keep doing it plus more in order to keep it the same way. And you have to spice it up at different times. Like Malik said, I don't totally agree with him saying that every time the guy buy for you, you got to buy for him the next time, swap it out. I don't agree with that, but I do agree with the fact that we should be willing to take him out sometime, do things for him as well.
Okay, okay. All right. DeAndre, you got your hand raised?
Yeah, I believe what was I about to say? That you shouldn't, like, if I did certain things to get you and we've been together for 2, 3, 4 years, maybe I may not do those same things that I did to get you, but I would do other things that still show that I appreciate you and that I adore you. It may not be the same exact, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? Me doing certain things that show I appreciate you. So I feel like if you pay attention to what somebody is doing for you and you keep an account, you really losing focus of the intentions behind it. So you should never keep count. If a person did 10 things for me and I haven't did one, I'm going to do something at some point that matches those 10 things you did, but that's just on my timing.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. That's good, but you got to be careful of things being kind of uneven, lopsided. If you've done 10 things and the person only doing one, okay, you do 10 more things, so that's 20 to 2, 30 to 3, and then the gap gets wider and wider and wider. So you got to be careful and monitor that, so it's kind of, if you're going to have a relationship that's like that, it kind of balances out.
But from experience, what if you're the one that's always doing the most and the other person is not matching you at some point, or in my next situation, I'm not going to do as much as I did before because I felt like I guess I've been used, but the people didn't appreciate it. So it's more, I'm going to, I guess, tone down some of, I guess, what I normally would do for a female to a female. I'm just going to tone it down to, I see that this person actually appreciate what I have to offer.
Well, I think if you don't mind me saying, I think that would be a mistake. And I'm saying that because you wouldn't be dating the same person again. You're dating a different person. So if you are just a person who is a nice person and you want to shower your lady with whatever you want to shower with, and she didn't appreciate it, and you move on to the next woman, you continue to be who you are. The one you get with, they'll appreciate that and they'll let you know that they appreciate that. Don't change who you are just to be with somebody. Always be who you're going to be. Okay?
How do you protect yourself though?
You got to use common sense. You got to use common sense. You got to have conversations with the person that you're with. And so you're not here just to spend all your money just to buy them gifts and make sure that they're okay and you get nothing out of the deal. In a sense, and this is just my opinion, it is give and take. A relationship is give and take. Not saying that she should do just as much as you've done for her, but at some point she should show some appreciation for what you are doing, or support you so you can continue to do your thing to make sure your situation is good. But never change, just because one person didn't appreciate you, never change who you are with the next person. Always continue to be who you are.
I would say to his question, how you protect yourself, you trust yourself first. You got to trust yourself. If you trust yourself, then you should never, ever do something that will put you in jeopardy.
All right. Okay. I see I got Miss K, and then there's someone else with their hand raised, but it's just a little square on the screen. Your hand was raised next, so I'm going to try to go to you. If you're listening to me now, can you go ahead and come on? You don't have a name up there. It's just a square.
I apologize. I had my mic on mute because my toddler's like running around. But I wanted to go back to your original question, saying asking would I want to be loved exactly how my partner wants to be loved, or how I want them to love me. And I can't say I would, because I feel as individuals we all have different needs, we all have different love languages, we all have different etc. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I wouldn't want them to love me love me how I would, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but I would want to be loved, not how I love them, but to fulfill my needs.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't feel like love is one fits all. We all have different needs and wants.
Right.
So I don't agree with that.
Okay. I got two things for you. First of all, who am I speaking with? Who are you?
My nickname is Honey. I am Dr. Fabulous's other daughter.
Your nickname is Honey, Dr. Fabulous's other daughter.
That's right. That's my baby girl.
Well, being that you are Dr. Fabulous' other daughter, okay, it's safe to say that
that's my baby girl.
Okay.
All right, there we go. We like to show our faces around here so we can see who we're talking about. Thank you so much.
I had to put it a little bit, but I understand.
Okay. Well, thank you for that input. Miss K.
Yes, good evening. I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
All right, come on and talk to me. Do you expect your partner to love you the way that you love them? Exactly like you love them?
I don't know. I would not expect that, because for the simple fact that I think we are, as individuals, we love differently. So my love and the way I may show my love may not be the exact same as my partner's. However, I can tell you, I want someone to love me as much as I love them. And I think we need to be on, I wouldn't tolerate an extreme difference in love, like what some of the other guests were saying. If you're doing so much and the other person's not doing anything. So with that, I would probably want to try to find someone that I could share some type of compatibility with, things that I like. I will, some people are different. Some women and some men don't like the flower giving and things like that. It doesn't mean a lot to them. But some, like myself, like little gestures like that. So with that being said, I would hope to find or to have my partner who's into those things. To and that to me would kind of equal out, would be like loving me the way that I love them. But I would not expect them to exactly, because I don't think no two people are going to do that. We're individuals at the end of the day.
Right. And I think as long as they have that same energy towards you,
right.
You're absolutely right. They don't have to be exact and do the exact thing that you're doing, but if they have that same type of energy, hey, if you get up and you're doing something for me, I'm gonna make sure I do something for you. And it doesn't have to be tick for tat, but it can be, okay, I'm showing you acts of kindness. I'm doing things for you because I want to see your smile on your face, just like you're doing the same thing for me. You're showing me extra effort and energy by folding up my clothes or putting my coffee cup full of coffee, and you know how I like it in the morning. So when I get home in the evening, I can do X, Y, and Z for you as well. So right. It is a give and take.
And showing, gestures of loving someone could even, like, you could be as simple as a text every morning to just say, have a great day, have a blessed day, I'm thinking of you. Like, it doesn't always have to be anything monetary to show love to someone.
Absolutely, absolutely. As long as it's not booty text or nothing like that, I guess everything will be all right. Anthony, you got your hand raised?
Yeah, I wanted to add to what I said earlier. I forgot to say, the good book says equally yoked. You want to find someone you equally yoked to. That's the point I was trying to make earlier. Okay. Just long as me and my partner are equally yoked, that's all that's expected.
Okay. Now, I answered, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence in any way, shape, or form, but do you know where that comes from when something is equally yoked?
Well, I'm assuming that it comes from the Bible. That's what I always heard.
Right. From my understanding, and someone correct me if I'm wrong here, when farmers, they're tilling their yards, their fields, they'll take 2 donkeys or 2 oxen, and they'll put this harness across their shoulders, and it makes them go side by side and they're going at the same pace so they can cover more ground. That's a yoke that's on their shoulders. Did anyone agree with that or disagree with that?
That's true.
Agree.
That's
Okay,
that's
okay.
that's the gist of it because of the size, the relative size step, and if you put an oxen with a donkey, it's going to go either to the left or to the right. If you have two donkeys, they're going to go straight. You have two oxen, they're going to go straight. But if you unequally yoke them, you're going to go in the different directions.
All right. Thank you for confirming that, Dr. Feelgood. I feel like I paid attention when I was in Sunday school back when I was a little kid. All right, Dr. Fabulous, you got your hand raised?
Yes.
Come
I
on, talk
wanted
to
to say, somebody said, I think it was your son, he said about he was given 10, this and this and this, and she was only given 2. Then I know you can never equate or make equal gestures, but just because he's doing 10, she may come back and do something extremely fabulous that's equivalent to all 10 in her one stroke. You understand? Because I just feel like, he may do this all the time. And she said, well, I can't do it all the time. But when I do it, it's going to be so wonderful and fabulous until it's going to equal the same gesture. It's just that she may not have that same amount of time to do it all the time. But when she does it, she does it.
All right.
Okay. That's what
Thank you so much, Dr. Fabulous. Veronica G, come on, talk to us. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. Come on and talk to me. Do you expect your partner to love you exactly like you love them?
No, not at all. And I was gonna, piggyback off of what Dr. Fabulous said. I always feel in relationships, there are seasons where one person may be doing more than the other. And, part of growing with somebody is allowing room, I think, for those seasons to kind of come and go. There may be times where it seems like, one partner is paying on the bills and, initiating sex and asking to, go on dates, and the other person is just kind of in a funk. And then the roles may reverse, it may be years down the road even where those roles reverse. But I think part of relationships, and one thing I always kind of stood by, is wanting and desiring somebody that is there and will be there through thick and thin, and someone who, despite, my undesire or my desire to be involved or to be absent in the relationship, allows me the opportunity to grow with them, and forgives me when I'm not at my best or, presenting my best self. So I always say that, relationships, you have to allow the other party room to grow, to blossom, to mature. And through time, I think when it's all said and done, from everything everyone has ever told me, it evens itself out.
There you go.
Okay, hey, very good, Miss Veronica. Hey, I got a couple questions for you. One of the things that I really enjoy what you just said as far as in season. In seasons, when you're in a relationship, there are going to be seasons where you may be down and your partner may be up, and vice versa. So you got to kind of roll with that and understanding knowing your partner. But the question I have for you is, are you married?
Wow. Yes, I'm married.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to shoot my shot. There's something about you that I like. I just want to know.
That's funny.
This is upscale love for you, and people get on here and meet people and stuff like that.
That's a mess.
All right, Miss Honey, you have your hand still raised. You ask something you want to tell us?
She doesn't hear you.
She don't hear me? Okay, all right. We're gonna go into the
She
next
looked like
question.
she froze.
Dr. Fabulous, I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Can you really love the same person forever?
But of course, if my husband was still living, we'll be still shucking and jiving.
Shucking and jiving. Boy, you about to
Yes, God. Yes, God.
All right.
Honey, look. I will be on Upscale Love, and he'll be sitting here. We'll be like, hey, boo. That's the way I would be, honey.
All right. Yeah. That's
I
it.
love him to the grave. I love him to the grave.
All right, Miss Millie.
Like that.
Miss Millie, can you love the same person forever?
I can.
Okay.
I can, but they
All
gotta
right.
love me forever too.
The-
That's right. That's
and
right.
the question is, do you want to love the same person forever?
Well,
I do. I do.
If
It's
they
gonna come.
doing they thing, yes, I do.
It's gonna come because I've been told once you've had Millie, you gonna always want her, but they don't know how to act. When they don't know how to
There you
act,
go,
I
Miss
can
Miller.
show
That's
her.
almost like getting Miss Fabulous.
Okay.
I
All
can
right,
have
Miss
show
Millie.
that they don't know how to act when they have something good.
Hey,
I
Miss
can
Millie, I
show
thought
her.
it was if you mess with Millie, you're gonna be silly.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Malik, you had your hand raised?
Yeah, that's almost bring another question. You know, when I remember, I like how she said, when you get Millie, you know, you don't need nothing else. And Phil goes and get silly. And what I want to know, what is it about something good that guys just don't appreciate that?
Oof.
Well, okay. Hey, Malik, I know where you're going,
I don't
but
understand the
I
question.
need you to be more specific with that particular question. Come on, hey, we all grown here. We can have a conversation. Be very
Real talk.
specific with this question.
Well, I like Miss Millie, always did. And she's firm and direct. She say what she mean what she say. But I understand, and a lot of women feel like they got the good, better than all other good goods. But if it's so good, why do men act a fool? Meaning go cheat on you? Is it just the man is just a dog? Or he just don't, you got somebody you really wasn't compatible with. You was in the beginning, but then he wasn't what you expected. I guess his presentation was not, it didn't last as long as you thought it was. Why is that? Is my question.
I'm gonna answer that.
I got to answer that question.
Come on, Dr.
Maybe
Fowler,
the
come on, get
opinions
it.
are not
Dr.
aligned.
Fowler, come on, get it. Come on, get it.
Maybe everyone's opinion isn't on the same page.
Okay. I got to answer Mr. Malik. He says, if your good is so good, why does a man cheat? Well, I would pray that your partner would have something more than just good, because good not gonna keep you. You got to have something more in a relationship other than the sexual experience. You got to be able to have a conversation. It's meeting of the minds. It's not always meeting of the behinds. It's the meeting of the minds and having something more. Because if you have a relationship that is based only on your sexual activity, baby, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing, because that get old. It's just like buying a new car. When you buy that new car, it's got that new car smell. And when you drive it a couple of times and you wash it a couple of times, it's going to start to smell different. So look for something more than just your sexual activity when you're looking for a relationship, people. Because, baby, that get old. I don't care how many tricks you do, that will get old.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Fowler. Miss Bryant, Miss Andreen, come on, you had your hand raised for a minute. Come on, talk to us.
I think one of the reasons why, trying to answer Mr. Malik questions, I feel like sometimes men and women, I feel like, but a lot of times with men, of course, I feel like they're always looking for the next best thing. Like sometimes I feel like the reason why they go out there is because maybe the person they found, they're the ones that's continuing to seek instead of kind of finding the true beauty in working with what they've discovered. So I feel like sometimes men are always kind of out seeking the next best thing to satisfy themselves. I don't think it's about the woman so much as the something within them that they're always kind of searching. And the problem is a lot of times I don't think they necessarily know what they're searching for. So
okay. All right. Thank you so much. Anson, you got your hand raised, and then Miss Millie. Come on, Anson.
I want to kind of piggyback off of what Dr. Fabulous said. I don't agree. I don't agree with that, because you can have a relationship based off of sex.
You can?
You know,
oh, okay.
Yes, you can. I mean, it's not necessarily advised to do so, but it can happen. Because to answer Mr. Malik's question about if a man has that good, why don't he appreciate it, or stick with it because that ain't the only source of good that he got. You know, because you got a man that is turning down good every day, and but so often that he gonna break down and be like, well, okay, give me some of that good. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna happen. And I just recently spoke to a female friend of mine, and she talking about how she cutting this dude off because she'd be so good to him and do some good stuff to him, but she told me a story that clearly showed that she wasn't the only one that does for him. So to answer the question is that a man will, or even a woman, they might get that good, but they don't appreciate it because they're getting good from other sources.
All right. All right, Mr. Anson, we do appreciate that. Ms. Miller, you got your hand raised, and then we're going to turn the mic over to Dr. Fabulous.
Yes, relating to what Dr. Fabulous said, yes, when I was saying I got that good, it's mean abroad. I'm a all wife material, 100% old school from my aunt who raised me back in the day. I mean, anything he need, I'm there to do it, cater to him, make sure that it work. And we, like you say, you have to be equally yoked to make it work. But then, like you say, sometimes no matter how good you are, you have to take blame for things sometimes when relationships break up. Like, for instance, it's times where he needed me to be there, but at the time I used to be busy wanting to go play cards. So I gave him room to move. So we have to look at it that way too, that we have to always do our part as well in order to keep him, pretty much equally yoked with us. We have to think about that as well. We got to make sure we're in place and doing what we need to do at all times as well. So it's two-sided.
All right.
I agree.
All right.
100%.
Miss Millie, I got a question for you. Can you cook oxtails?
I can cook anything. I cook. Remember, I was raised in Florida now. Don't get it misconstrued.
All right.
I'm out of North Carolina, raised in Florida. I got both sides.
All right. Okay, we'll take the question from Ms. Veronica. Come on, talk to us. Okay, you had your hand raised. Come on, talk to us, Veronica.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't have my phone on mute. I was trying to talk. But I was just agreeing a little bit with Anson and a little bit with everybody else. I think that people are gonna do what they're gonna do, but Malik, oftentimes I've seen where folks, credit themselves in areas that maybe the other partner doesn't agree. Someone may think, hey, I am the bomb at whatever, and the other person don't quite feel that way. You ain't the bomb, like that's not real, And so I think it comes down to how you perceive your partner, not just how your partner perceives themselves, but how you perceive it and how that affects you and what you're looking for. I may tell my husband all day long, I'm the best you ever had, I'm this, I'm that. And he may be looking at me like, well, you top 10, but the best, I don't know,
Right.
He better not say it.
He better not say it.
I ain't gonna comment on that one. Hey, I'm gonna go with Dr. Fabulous. You got it, Dr. Fabulous. You gonna skip on
the reality. That's the reality. And then people sit back and be like, well, why did somebody cheat on me? Because you kind of like, you think you saw it.
But I remember a time I wouldn't do certain things, and somebody told me you better learn how to do it.
There you go.
You know what? What I'm
now
getting ready to say is I'm coming back with Veronica because I believe that every woman got a little actress in them, where you can really put on an act like what that was the best thing since ice cream. When you really in actuality saying now, I'm gonna either teach him, tell him, or leave him. It's one of the three. Teach, tell, or leave. Because everybody, as Veronica said, that think they're great and that their gravy is 30-cent weight. Wow, it could be real thin.
But Dr.
Real
Fabulous,
thin.
but
Okay.
Isn't that the same with women? Isn't that the same with women? Go ahead.
That's what she said.
Anybody on this call that done had a relationship can testify to that.
Hallelujah.
to
Glory to
something
God.
thinking-
Don't get us to shouting up in here.
Thinking they better than what it really is.
Yes, God.
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus.
God. And so
Okay.
That
that's
reminds
why
me.
when Mr. Malik says the good is so good, I say, now, was they being theatrical? Were they acting, telling you that, and you thought
Because-
it was
because-
good?
Exactly.
Or was
Because one thing Malik didn't say was, why is it that I think something is the best I've ever had and I
Peace and
still cheat?
lane.
He
That's
ain't
what
say
it
that.
was. Mm-hmm.
Say it
So
again.
that's,
Hey, I tell you, let me tell y'all a quick story, right?
Others are
Can I tell
we
you a quick story?
listening.
Come on,
All
feel
right.
good.
Check this out, right? I lied in the bed with my wife, and I said, "Hey, babe, you looking so good. Why don't you come lie next to me?" And she said, "You're the best I ever had." And I smiled until I realized what I said. I told her to lay in the bed next to me and lie.
Get it? She laid in bed, told a lie that he was the best she's ever had. Bing.
Girl,
I know it
got
took some time for some of y'all,
It's a
but
joke.
I got it
It's a
feel
joke.
good.
Well,
I
I'm
got
still
it.
stuck on. I didn't know you was married, Dr. Feelgood.
He used to be.
You
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know.
That's
He could
funny.
still be. I'm not sure.
Don't get out of that man's business.
The
Get out of
army.
that man's
You
Hey.
business.
married Dr. Phil? Dr.
The
Phil good. Are you
army.
married?
Hello.
What'd you say, Millie?
Dr. Phil good. Are you married?
To the army, to my job,
Okay.
to my purpose.
He trying to answer it in
He
an
ain't answered- he
indirect
still ain't
way.
answered that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, he doing that in an indirect way, y'all.
He still
And when
ain't
men
answered that
start talking
question.
in codes, y'all
That's
better
not
listen
cool.
and
Look.
decipher.
Pay attention.
Look,
Red
Dr.
flag.
Dr.
Red
Fab.
flag.
Now, check this out, Dr. Fab.
I'm listening.
Anybody who know me know I'm about my job. I'm about my purpose and my job. That
That
comes
still
first.
don't make a
I hate
difference.
my
You
job.
can
I hate my
have a
job right now.
job.
Nobody
Hold
asked
on,
you
let
about
me
your
say something.
job.
I hate my
Nobody
job
on this
right now,
call
but
asked you about you or
I'm
your
getting a
job.
new. See, I'm getting a new job. I start a new job not this Monday, but next Monday.
Nobody asked about that, Dr. Feelgood.
I'm just talking.
Are you married?
Not
Hey,
to be
we're having at this
disrespectful.
time, Dr.
He's still
Feelgood is
waiting on
having
the
some
answer.
technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's having
Okay.
some technical difficulties
Talk
Well,
about
go
from
on
his
with your
connection.
technical difficulties, Dr. Feelgood.
We are
I
going to
just
go
put
ahead
it out
and
there
pass
for
the
you.
mic. We're going to pass
Look
the
at
mic
the
to
men
Dr.
taking
Fabulous.
up
She got some
for him.
questions for us. Come on, Dr. Fabulous.
Ooh, you know what? Men will stick together better than Godzilla. What is that? Godzilla.
Gorilla
Glue.
glue.
What's the name of
Gorilla
the glue?
glue.
Better than gorilla
Gorilla.
glue.
Better than whatever it's called. Zoo.
Gorilla.
You know. But anyway, good evening, everyone. But you know what? So I got to come on back to the devil trying to use me tonight. But anywho, when a person asks you a question and you can't answer it yes or no, and
That's
you
what we need to
beat around
talk
the
about.
bush,
That's what we need to talk about.
you better dig deep. You
A
better
simple
dig
question.
deep.
We are not in that part of the
Is it
segment.
yes or
Dr.
is it
Fabulous,
no?
you got
Okay.
your own questions.
Right.
Simple question.
Leave that man alone.
How
Right.
many women on this call have had to ask a man, do you like me? Yes or no? Not all of this
Check
other
the
stuff.
box.
Do you
Check
like
the
it?
box.
Yes or no?
Now, Veronica, we did that in middle school. Now, if I got to ask a man if he like me, I'm moving right along because I don't need to ask you back because his action gonna show me something if he the
Exactly.
one. But
Okay.
anyway, moving on
God.
tonight. This evening
Dr.
here-
Fabulous, before you move on, listen, these are the
tell me.
questions that I have to ask these men these days. I ask
Okay,
them,
well,
are
ask
you
them.
married?
Thank you.
Are you
Yes.
married? That's good.
Is
That's
there
right.
somebody who thinks that they are married to you?
Yes
Wait,
or no? That's
wait,
right.
let me hear this. Are you
Are you
married?
married?
Is there someone
somebody
married
who
to
thinks
you?
that they are married to you?
Okay.
Are you
That's
in a
right.
relationship? Is there
Okay.
somebody who thinks that you are in a relationship with them?
That's
Got
right.
you. I got one more for you.
I'm
I
married,
got
but
one
we
more.
separated. You still married?
But also we got one. Do you have that person that you may lay with temporarily? Not all the time, but temporarily.
Oh.
7 days out of the week, they there 5 or 4.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about, Bridget. Sometimes you got to bring it like you never brought it before, so we can get that real information.
You gotta talk to them. It's not the fact, like you said, you gotta talk to them like they're a 2-year-old to make sure they
There you
understand
go.
we're all on the same page.
Either if they rode that short bus, you're gonna bring it all the way out for them and break it
Put
all
the
the way
helmet
down.
on.
Clearly,
That's what
clearly,
you
Can I-
do.
when a woman, hey fellas, when a woman start asking all them questions, clearly you, you need to keep on moving. Go ahead,
Okay.
Dr. Fabulous.
No, because
Yep.
I feel like if you got to interrogate someone, they're really not the person for you, because any man that you with and they really like you, they're going to talk about things that you need to know. But women, never be crazy. Always ask those major questions. Are you married? Do you have your name on another document with a female in the courts that states you are still legally married? Because they'll come quick with, I'm separated. Well, go on and separate yourself from who?
Me.
Bing bang. Okay. Now, I had to put that on in there a little bit. Y'all like that? Bing bang. I like that. That
Look
was
at the guy's
cute.
face. Look at the guy's
All
face.
right, all right.
This is some bull.
Now, listen. What you say? What you say first, cuz?
I ain't say nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. When you're in love with someone, or should you say in a relationship with someone, do you think generosity is an important role when it comes to love and the relationship? Keyword generosity. Men, ladies, anyone like to answer that question for Dr. Fabulous?
I would.
Okay, well, Mr. Malik had his hand up.
Go ahead, Malik. Go ahead, Malik. Malik, go ahead.
You want me to go, Bob?
Okay, go ahead.
Generosity, okay, generosity goes back to what I was saying earlier, treating someone the way you want to be treated back in return. Am I correct? That's what you going on that way with it?
Whatever your definition of generosity is, because mine and yours is definitely different.
Okay, well, explain so I don't go off. I want to stay on point.
No. You said that with your relationship, and everybody's term of generosity is totally different. Generosity for some could be that he's paying the mortgage, he's paying the car note, he's doing this, he's taking you on trips, he's taking you out for a shopping spree. Generosity is however you want to put it, whatever your generosity is to your mate, because I don't know what your generosity is. So it would be your term of generosity.
Okay, well, I feel like it needs to be, going back to the first one, kind of balance. Nobody wants to be like the young brother. Nobody wants to be played a fool. Back in the day, you remember the term, they played me for a fool? So everybody wants to be kind of, when I do on the others as you want them to do to you. If I'm taking you out, go back to Miss Millie again, I don't mind taking you out 3 to 4 times before you pay for me. That's cool, but just have it in your heart to want to do it. So that my generosity, I always been like this here, First Cuz and Dr. Feel Good. I like to entertain. So in other words, I like when I'm taking a lady out, it ain't just for her. It's for me too. I like shrimp, crab, and garlic, conch, and all that too. So I don't mind splurging with her, but I'm eating too. I'm enjoying myself, and I like to see her eat and I like to put a smile on people's face. I'm always like that. So when I can see her appreciation, when she appreciates stuff, then you can get further. They said it years ago with sugar, then. So there you go.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know why my hand is raised. So apparently I left it up from the last time. But I'm gonna come on over to First Cousin. You would like to?
Yeah, hey, I just want to piggyback on what Malik just said. You're absolutely right. I was a person when me and my wife were there. I loved, and I still do it to this day. I love to go out. I like to get dressed up and go out to dinner and have a good time. And if we're gonna go out for drinks or whatever, just to entertain. It ain't got to be because I want to have sex or I want to do this or that. I'm trying to get an angle. It's just because who I am as a person. I want to take you out. I want to see you looking good. I want to see you having a good time. And we can just have that good experience. So Malik, I'm with you 100%, dog. We right there. Hey, us guys, we gonna stick together no matter what they say.
Well, the truth, one thing about the truth, Mr. Bob, it don't need no support. A lie do. See, the women on the panel, they been used to guys that lying and stuff like that. And it almost brings me to the point of asking them, if someone is truly honest with you and they're scared they may lose you, will they keep the honor of honesty or will they lie? But that's another question of the show. But let's keep it moving.
Okay, that's a good one. You can send that to our email address and maybe we will voice that on one of our shows. But at this time, I'm going to go on over to Mr. Anson. His hand was up. And then I have Veronica. And then is that Miss Bryan? Her hand is up. So I'm going to take it in that order. So go ahead, Anson.
My hand is up in error.
Hand up in error. Okay, I guess Anson, was your hand up in error?
No, I just took it down because you said I was going to go first.
Okay, go ahead.
The question again, please.
The question is, when you're in a relationship, do you think that, hold on, because I got a phone call while I was giving you all the questions. You got to put you on hold. When you're in love with someone, or should we say in a relationship with someone, do you think generosity is an important role when it comes to love and relationship?
Yeah, for the most part, I think it's important. It depends on who you're in a relationship with. If they show that they care and they love you through their generosity, then it's a must. And I think most people do.
All right. Well, I appreciate that answer. And that was so nice and smooth. It just took me there. Okay. I'm gonna go on over here to Miss Bryan. I'm ready.
I think for yes, I do think generosity. I agree with Anson. Generosity is an important thing. I think it needs to be reciprocated, but I think it's gonna be you want to be with someone that's generous, not just to you, but to themselves and to others, actually, because that really demonstrates the character of a person. And most of the time, you want someone of a more generous nature. They don't always have to be, but I just feel like depending on what you like, if that's the quality that is appealing to you, because I feel like it is individual, you will appreciate that. And if you appreciate generosity, you have to be willing to be generous as well. And it's with your time. It doesn't always have to be like a monetary thing.
Correct.
With your effort, energy, all of that.
I thank you so much. Is there anyone? Let me see who I haven't heard from tonight. Ramona, are you with us? Miss Ramona? Travis Bridges, are you with us?
I am.
Okay. Would you like to, or would you please expound on that question? When you're in love with someone, or should I say, when you're in a relationship with someone, do you think that generosity is an important role when it comes to a relationship?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. You just giving me a yes. You're not going to give me nothing extra.
Well, yeah, I'm going to give you something extra.
Give me some.
Generosity, whether you're in a relationship or not, generosity is taught from home. You know, you're supposed to be generous, kind, courteous, respectful, you know, in general. By the time you make it to being in a relationship with somebody, that generosity should turn into something even greater. I don't have a word for that, but yes, it's important. And yes, you should be generous to people in general. But if you select someone as your significant other, most definitely you should be generous.
Okay. So is there anyone else that would like to answer that question for Dr. Fabulous? Anyone? Okay, with that being said, Travis, don't go nowhere. I'm going to bring this next question to you. Okay? You hear me, Travis?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm still working, but yeah, I got you. Go.
Okay. I want your answer straight from the heart, not from the kidney, not from the lungs, but straight from the heart. Okay. When you are anticipating the expectations of love, engaging in a direction of affection, compassion, and intimacy, what are the thoughts of these three when it's down to the wire of love? Let me clarify. All three of those are very important in a relationship, but what is your true expectations about the three of them when it comes to love? And once again, it was affection, compassion, and intimacy.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to back up to the original question. Um, Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Whitney Houston told us that in 86 or 7 or something like that. In 84, Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it?" We throw the word love around like we do racism, and not to make light of the word love because it's a big word. But I think when you care, it's a much more stronger word than love. Compassion, intimacy, those things, when you make a commitment to someone, they kind of go without saying. Um, and even to answer that original question, do you expect the same love that you give to someone else? That answer would also be no. If I could just kind of go back to that. I don't mean to keep rattling, but I'm kind of losing my train of thought too, because I'm trying to answer 3 or 4 questions because I didn't participate because I was, doing stuff. But I think that all of those things are necessary. They are important. And if you're committed to someone, no 2 relationships are the same. No 2 people are the same. And what's good for you, your partner should know that. Your significant other should know that. And you should know what's good for them by studying them. I think that's a part of what a relationship is about, studying your partner to find out what they need long before they have to ask, and just being there to give it to them when they need it. So I hope I answered the question.
Yes, you did. You rabbled on, but you finally got to your
Yeah,
point.
I
I
know. I'm sorry.
appreciate it. I
Thank you.
appreciate that, Travis.
No
Man, we
problem.
go
Anytime.
around the world and back with Mr. Bridges. Okay, is there anyone else that would like to answer that question? Once again, straight from the heart now, I need to know about affection, compassion, and intimacy. And what do you expect, and how does that go hand in hand with your expectations of love? Is there anyone, Miss? I have a hand up.